Good morning, students. Is equivalent weight constant? Can number of equivalents be equal to number of moles for a given mass of a substance? Can equivalent weight be greater than molecular weight? To find out the answers for these questions, we'll see a topic called equivalent weight. So today's topic is equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is the number of parts by mass of an element that combines with one part by mass of hydrogen. The number of parts by mass of an element that combines or displaces one part by mass of hydrogen directly or indirectly. So this is the definition of equivalent weight. For example, take methane. Okay, the molecular mass of methane is 12 plus 4. Okay, equal to 16. Okay, 16 AMU is the molecular mass, and here 12 AMU of carbon combines with 4 AMU of hydrogen, right? So this is the mass of carbon that combines with 4 AMU of hydrogen. Okay, now the mass of carbon that combines with one part is 12 by 4. Okay, 12 by 4 AMU of carbon combines with 1 AMU of hydrogen. Okay, so this is carbon, this is hydrogen. So now what is the mass of carbon that combines with one part by mass of hydrogen? That is equal to 3. Okay, now the equivalent mass of carbon is 3. Okay, similarly, so take ammonia. Okay, the molecular mass is 14 plus 3 is equal to 17 AMU, and here 14 AMU of nitrogen combined with 3 AMU of hydrogen. This is hydrogen, this is of nitrogen. Okay, so one part of hydrogen now combines with 14 by 3 parts by mass of nitrogen. Okay, so this is the mass of nitrogen that combines with one part by mass of hydrogen. So the equivalent mass of nitrogen is 14 by 3. Okay, so if you take the example of water, okay, the molecular mass is 2 AMU of hydrogen combined with 16 AMU of oxygen to form 18 AMU of water. Okay, so this is 2 parts by mass of hydrogen now combining with 16 parts by mass of oxygen. Okay, now 1 part of hydrogen combines with 16 by 2 parts by mass of oxygen. So what is the equivalent mass of oxygen now? Equivalent mass of oxygen is 16 by 2 or 8, and equivalent mass of nitrogen is 14 by 3, and equivalent mass of carbon is 12 by 4 or 3, right? So these are the examples. Okay, now if you observe these examples, the equivalent mass of carbon is obtained by dividing the atomic mass with 4. So here atomic mass is divided with 3. Atomic mass of oxygen is divided with 2. So now how do you calculate equivalent mass of an element? Equivalent mass of an element is calculated by dividing atomic mass with valency. Okay, so valency is the number of hydrogen atoms with which one atom of an element combines. Here carbon is combining with 4 hydrogens, so atomic mass by valency, and here nitrogen is combining with 3 atoms of hydrogen, so atomic mass by valency, so that is equivalent mass of nitrogen. Similarly for oxygen, valency is 2, so atomic mass by 2, that is equivalent mass of oxygen. Like this we can calculate equivalent mass of elements. Okay, now we'll see the calculation of equivalent mass of different substances like element, radical, salt, like that. Okay, so for elements, equivalent mass is equal to atomic mass by valency. For example, valency of carbon is 4. Okay, so for equivalent weight of carbon atomic mass, okay, that is 12 by valency 4. So that is equal to 3. And equivalent mass of oxygen is equal to atomic mass by valency, that is 2. So it is equal to 8. And equivalent weight of chlorine, okay, is equal to atomic mass, okay, divided by valency. So that is equal to 1. Okay, so 35.5. So 2. Okay, so for radicals, again it is obtained, equivalent mass is obtained by dividing ionic mass with valency. Okay, equivalent mass of magnesium ion is equal to ionic mass. What is ionic mass? That is 24 divided by valency. Okay, so that is nothing but charge. So that will be equal to 12. Okay, similarly for sulfate, okay, equivalent mass of sulfate is equal to, okay, ionic mass. Ionic mass is what? This is 32 plus 4 into 16, okay, divided by 2. Okay, so this is valency. Now this is equal to 64 plus 32, 96 by 2 is equal to 48. Okay, similarly for carbonate, equivalent mass of carbonate ion is equal to ionic mass 12 plus 3 into 16 divided by valency. Valency is 2. Okay, so this is equal to 48 plus 12, 60 by 2 is equal to 30. So like this, for radicals you can calculate by dividing ionic mass or formula mass with the charge or the valency. Okay, charge is equal to valency. Consider a salt like Ca, right? So this is the salt. Now equivalent mass of this salt is equal to equivalent mass of cation plus equivalent mass of anion. Okay, for salts, equivalent mass is equal to sum of the equivalent masses of cation and anion. Okay, uh, for example, take sodium chloride. Sodium chloride gives Na plus Cl minus. Okay, so now equivalent mass of sodium chloride is equal to equivalent mass of sodium plus chloride ions. Okay, for sodium, okay, it is equal to ionic mass, that is 23 divided by charge or valency. Okay, for chloride ion it is atomic mass or ionic mass divided by valency. Okay, so now this is equal to 58.5. Okay, so that is equivalent mass of sodium chloride. And similarly for calcium carbonate, okay, another example, calcium carbonate, equivalent mass of calcium plus equivalent mass of carbonate ions will give the total equivalent mass of calcium carbonate. Equivalent mass of calcium is 40 by valency plus carbonate. Carbonate, this is 12 plus 48, 60 divided by 2. Okay, so now it is equal to 100 divided by 2 is equal to 50. Okay, so what is this here? This is nothing but charge. Okay, the positive charge is equal to negative charge. So by dividing molecular mass with the charge, total charge of cations or total charge of anions, you will get equivalent mass. Okay, so for salts, equivalent mass now equal to what? For salts, equivalent mass is equal to molecular mass or formula mass formula mass divided by total charge, total positive charge or negative charge. Total positive charge or negative charge. Okay, so either of these charges you can take. Okay, another example I'll give. Okay, that is aluminum sulfate. Okay, so aluminum sulfate ionizes to give Al plus 3 plus 3 SO4 2 minus, right? Okay, now what is the total charge on cations? 2 into plus 3, so that is equal to plus 6, and here the negative charge is equal to 3 into minus 2, so that is equal to minus 6, right? Now equivalent mass of aluminum sulfate is equal to equivalent mass of aluminum, equivalent mass of aluminum plus equivalent mass of sulfate. Okay, so equivalent mass of aluminum is atomic mass or ionic mass 27 by 3 plus equivalent mass of sulfate 32 plus 64, this is 96 by 2. 54 plus 3 into 96, divided by 6. 54 plus 288 divided by 6, or 342 by 6. So this is molecular mass or formula mass of aluminum sulfate divided by 6. Okay, so either of these two ways you can calculate equivalent mass of salt. Consider an acid like Ha. Now equivalent mass of Ha is equal to equivalent mass of H plus equivalent mass of anion, right? Acid ionizes to give H plus A minus, right? So equivalent mass of this plus equivalent mass of this will be equal to equivalent mass of the acid. Okay, for example, HCl ionizes to give H plus Cl minus. Okay, now equivalent mass of HCl is equal to equivalent mass of hydrogen plus equivalent mass of chloride, right? Equivalent mass of hydrogen is equal to what? Ionic mass divided by valency, that is 1 plus 35.5. Atomic mass of chlorine or ionic mass of chloride ion divided by 1. Okay, so this is equal to 36.5. Okay, so similarly, if you take sulfuric acid, H2SO4 ionizes to get 2H plus SO4 2 minus. Okay, equivalent mass of hydrogen is 1 and equivalent mass of sulfate. Okay, so that is equal to 32 plus 64. Okay, 96 divided by valency. Okay, so this plus this. Okay, so that is equal to 98 divided by 2 or 49. Okay, so here equivalent mass of sulfuric acid is equal to what? Okay, 98, that is molecular mass divided by 2. Okay, 2 is what here? 2 is nothing but number of H plus ions. Okay, so here we are dividing the molecular mass with charge. Okay, total positive charge. What is total positive charge? That is 2. Okay, 2 into plus. And number of positive charges is equal to as many H plus ions, right? Okay, number of positive charges is equal to as many H plus ions. 1 H plus ion has 1 unit of positive charge. 2 H plus ions have 2 units of positive charge. So simply divide this molecular mass with number of H plus ions, and the number of H plus ions given by one molecule of acid is known as basicity. Okay, so for acids, equivalent mass is equal to sum of the equivalent masses of the H plus and anion, or it is equal to molecular mass molecular mass or formula mass. Molecular mass or formula mass divided by basicity. So basicity is the number of H plus ions given by the acid. Let us consider a base like BOH. Okay, so it ionizes to give a cation and hydroxyl ion. Okay, so bases give OH minus ions. Now equivalent mass of base is equal to equivalent mass of the cation plus equivalent mass of anion, that is hydroxyl ion. Okay, so let us consider an example like potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide ionizes to give A plus OH minus, and equivalent mass of potassium plus equivalent mass of OH minus gives equivalent mass of potassium hydroxide. Okay, so equivalent mass of potassium is equal to ionic mass. Ionic mass of potassium is 39, bivalence is 1, and equivalent mass of hydroxyl ion, this is 32 plus 16 plus 1, 17. Okay, 17 by 1. Okay, so this is equal to now 56, right? So this is equivalent mass of potassium hydroxide. And for calcium hydroxide ionizes to give calcium and hydroxyl ions. 2 OH minus ions are given. So equivalent mass of calcium plus equivalent mass of hydroxyl ions is equal to equivalent mass of calcium hydroxide. Okay, so equivalent mass of calcium is what? Valency is 2. Ionic mass by valency 2. Okay, here it is equal to 16 plus 1, 17 by 1. Okay, now it is equal to what? Okay, 40 plus 34. 40 plus 34 by 2. Okay, so that is equal to now 74 by 2. 74 divided by 2 is equal to 37. Okay, so this is equivalent mass of calcium hydroxide. Okay, so here what is 2? 2 is nothing but the charge on the cation or total charge on the anions. What is the anion here? OH minus, and 1 unit of negative charge is there, and there are 2 OH minus ions are there, so that is where 2 units of negative charge. Okay, so now this 2 is equal to what? The total negative charge, and total negative charge is equal to as many OH minus ions. Okay, so how do you get equivalent mass of base now? By dividing molecular mass with the number of OH minus ions, and the number of OH minus ions given by one molecule of base is called acidity, right? So for bases, equivalent mass is equal to molecular mass divided by acidity. I'll give another example. If you take ferric hydroxide, okay, it ionizes to give ferric and hydroxyl ions. Okay, equivalent mass of ferric hydroxide is equal to equivalent mass of ferric plus hydroxyl ions, right? Okay, equivalent mass of ferric ion is atomic mass or ionic mass of ferric ion divided by valency, that is equal to 3 plus, okay, equivalent mass of hydroxyl ion 16 plus 1, 17, ionic mass divided by valency. Okay, now it is equal to 56 plus 3 into 17, okay, divided by 3. Okay, so it is equal to 56 plus 51. Okay, that is equal to 107 by 3. Okay, so this is equal to molecular mass divided by 3. 3 is nothing but the charge. Okay, total positive charge or number of OH minus ions or acidity of the base, right? Oxidizing agent gains the electrons and reducing agent releases the electrons. In case of oxidizing agent, The equivalent mass is calculated by dividing formula mass with the number of electrons gained by one molecule of that oxidizing agent. Okay. So for oxidant equivalent mass is equal to molecular mass or formula mass divided by number of electrons gained by one formula unit. Okay, dichromate ion acts as oxidizing agent. Okay, so K2Cr2O7 ionizes to give 2K plus Cr2O7 2 minus. Okay, so Cr2O7 2 minus. Now it is reduced to Cr plus 3 in acid medium. Okay, so Cr plus 3. Okay, now I'll balance 2 Cr plus 3 plus 7 H2O. Okay, so here 14 H plus, right? Here 6 electrons. Okay, so if you balance, you will get 6 electrons here. Okay, now here one ion gains 6 electrons. Okay, now what is the equivalent mass of potassium dichromate? Equivalent mass of potassium dichromate now equal to formula mass. Okay, formula mass of potassium dichromate. Okay, so that is equal to 2 into 39 plus chromium 2 into 52 plus 7 into 16. Okay, divided by 6. Number of electrons transferred is 6. Okay, so it is equal to 78 plus 104 plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, now this is equal to 294 divided by 6, so that is equal to 49. Okay, so equivalent mass of potassium dichromate is 49. Okay, in acid medium. Reductant releases the electrons during a redox process. Okay, so for reductant, equivalent mass is equal to formula mass divided by number of electrons released by one formula unit of reducing agent, right? So here for reductant, equivalent mass of reducing agent is equal to formula mass divided by number of electrons released by one formula unit. Okay, let us consider this example. Fe plus 2 gives rise to Fe plus 3 plus electron. Okay, during redox process, Fe plus 2 is oxidized to Fe plus 3. In this process, it is releasing one electron. So that means it is acting as a reducing agent. This is a reducing agent. Okay. Now, what is the equivalent mass of ferric ion during redox process? Okay, so that is equal to formula mass. Okay, formula mass of iron is 56 divided by 1. Okay, remember here only one electron is released by it. Okay, so during redox process we have to divide molecular mass by 1. Okay, so it is equal to 56, right? Now equivalent mass of element is equal to atomic mass by valency, and for radical it is equal to ionic mass by charge, and for salt it is equal to formula mass divided by total positive charge or negative charge of all cations or anions of the salt, and for acid it is equal to formula mass divided by basicity, and for base it is equal to formula mass divided by acidity, and for oxidant or reductant it is equal to formula mass divided by number of electrons transferred per formula unit. Here we have to remember two important points, that is equivalent mass has no units, because as per the definition it is the number of parts by mass of an element that combines with one part by mass of hydrogen. So it is just a number, it does not have any units, and it is not a constant. Equivalent mass is not a constant, it is a variable, and it changes as per the situation for the same species, right? Okay, for example, to take iron, okay, iron exists as Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3. In its compounds, iron exhibits two oxidation states, Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3. So for iron, okay, if it exists in plus 2 oxidation state, then equivalent mass becomes formula mass or ionic mass divided by valency. So that is equal to 2. And for same iron, okay, suppose if it is exhibiting plus 3 oxidation state, okay, equivalent mass is equal to 56 divided by 3, ionic mass divided by 3. Okay, so it is charged, right? Like this, equivalent mass varies as per the situation, alright? And let us consider another example. So here, what is the equivalent mass of sulfuric acid? Equivalent mass of sulfuric acid, it is equal to number of ionizable H plus ions. Okay, how many H plus ions are given? So here, one molecule of sulfuric acid is giving 2 H plus ions. Okay, so here sodium hydroxide is giving 2 OH minus ions, 2 H plus, 2 OH minus gives rise to 2 H2O. So that means it is completely neutralized here. Equivalent mass of sulfuric acid is equal to molecular mass divided by basicity, right? So what is basicity? 2. Okay, so m by 2, that is equivalent mass of sulfuric acid. Okay, let us consider another scenario where the sulfuric acid is partially neutralized like this. Okay, H2SO4 plus NaOH gives rise to NaHSO4 plus H2O. Okay, so here equivalent mass of sulfuric acid will be different, because here only one H plus ion is replaced by OH minus ion, right? So one H plus ion is only neutralized by one OH minus ion here, so that you are getting one molecule of water. Okay, so that means it is partially neutralized. In this case, equivalent mass is equal to equivalent mass of sulfuric acid will become m by 1. Okay, so because basicity now is equal to 1, even though there are two ionizable H plus ions, there is only one H plus ion that is ionized in the formation of water. Okay, so that is why molecular mass divided by basicity. Okay, so that will give equivalent mass of sulfuric acid.